Hello my 40 and 50 plus ladies, I hope you're out there using your makeup. I've got a really quick, easy shimmer eyeshadow for you today. So I'm using a couple of Colourpop Jelly Much, which I've had for a little while, and then a couple of the Colourpop matte colours as well. So like I said, it's really easy, very quick, and it's very soft shimmer. So I'll show you how I did it now. Alright, so I've already primed my eyes with my P.Louise Rumour 01 eye base and the P.Louise brush. I'm just going in with my NARS 42 and just tapping that very lightly just to set it a little more. So no product on the brush. Okay, so nice even canvas to begin my makeup. So I'm going to go in with the Zoeva Smudger brush and Colourpop's Hop On. Nice strawberry sort of red colour, not too bright. Now I want to try a little bit of a different technique today because I've got such hooded eyes. I always have to go in, put the colour in and then go and round that off again because the eyeshadow flattens out. So I want to try just going in and actually placing the colour in that shape first up. So I'm just placing that in. Now I do have to go up high because my eyes are very, very hooded. So I have to go up this high to be able to see any colour that I put on the lid. So doing this first up, I think, with both eyes first before I go in and pack that colour in, is probably a good idea for me. So if you've got hooded eyes like mine, very hooded, try this technique and see how you like it. Alright, so I've got that shape in, so I've rounded that off with that smudger brush. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe 506 on that same colour and now go and just basically intensify that colour there and try and stay in that same shape. Now when I'm packing colour in like this, I do like to use my brush further down the stem. I just feel like I've got more control. And I think that's better because I haven't got as much colour on the lid. So if I go in and create that shape first up with that smudge brush, allows you to see where you've got to go. So I like that technique, especially if you're going in and cutting the crease. You don't want too much colour on your lid and you don't want to have to go in with micellar water every time and take out that colour. Alright, so I've got that colour in. It's very nice, very strawberry sort of colour. So I'm going in as always with my MAC 221 and just blending the very edge of that, ready for the next colour. So just tiny little circular motions. So I'm just going to go back in with that 506, just back from that blend, and add a little bit more of that red, just so I can intensify that a little bit more. Alright, so I'm just wiping that 506 off on a towel on my desk and I'm going to go into Colourpop's Lay Low, which is an apricot beige colour. And I'm just going to pop that over the top of that blend. And a little bit on the free skin there. I'm just going to take my NARS 42 and just go right around the edge of that transition colour, and then that will fade into my foundation. So let's try and end up with a transition colour that is close to your skin tone or the foundation that you're going to be using, and it'll blend seamlessly then. And I'm just going to take that NARS 42 and just go over the whole crease and transition area. Alright, so I'm going to go into the outer lid area. I'm going to try Jelly Much from Colourpop. This one is Strawberry Jelly. So I'll just give you an idea of what that's like. So that's it there, absolutely stunning colour. I want to see if I can pop that on the outer edge of my lid. I'm just using a Makeup Forever 240. I think I might have a bit too much on my brush. Whoa. Just going to grab some on my finger and see if I can get a bit more intensity there. That's better. So go in with your brush first up. That Makeup Forever 240 is great for picking up shimmer, and this Jelly Much as well. And then just go in with your finger over the top, just to intensify that. That's beautiful. These are messy. That's the lid. And then I want to try this one. This is Close to You, Jelly Much, so it's a pink. So that's it there. Absolutely stunning colours. So I'm going to go on the other side of that Makeup Forever brush. See if I can get that on the inner lid. No need to really use your finger with this one. It seems to be going on really well. And then I'm just going to join those two colours at the top there together. And just blend over the middle. Alright, so I've done the rest of my makeup. I'm just going to go in with Marc Jacobs Pink of Me. Love this eyeliner, but I am going to set it with that darker pink Colourpop colour. So I'm just going to go back into that Colourpop matte colour on an E21 from Sigma and just pop that in the waterline. And then I like to bring that just over the waterline as well, just on the outside. Going back in with that smudger brush, I'm just wiping off that product that was on it, that red colour. I'm going to go back into that transition colour, pop a little bit of that just on the bottom. And then I'm just going to grab that 221 and just go right along the bottom of that. Meet up with that outside corner. My eyes watering there. And then lastly I'm going to go back into the Jelly Much, the Close to You colour on a Sigma E30 pencil brush. Just a little bit of that in the inner corner. I just want to connect it to that lid. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you do like the soft shimmer eyeshadow. It was really quick to do. Only those 4 shadows, so the 2 Jelly Much, obviously you can get away with just 1, and then those 2 Colourpop matte colours as well. So if you did like my video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!